Hello everyone and welcome to our channel where we talk about all things trucking and give interesting tips and tricks for drivers just like yourself. My name is Joko and in today's video we'll talk about the flagship Volvo VNL 860 Globetrotter XL, which is a 24-year model, but we'll see why this can also be considered a 25-year model. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Just to clarify, the reason why I say this could be considered a 25-year model is because we all know that Volvo introduced their brand new models, which they will start introducing from year 25 and on models. But just like any other year where we have a model change, we'll have some models that have the old style and we'll have some models that have the new style. Therefore, you might also see 25-year models with the old design as well, which is, why I said this also could be considered a 25-year model Globetrotter XL, because there won't be that many differences between the 24 and 25 year of the old style, but there will be a lot of differences between the 25-year models, old style versus new style, which I honestly can't wait to, get my hands on one of those. So starting off with the top, we have our visor with Globetrotter XL written on it and our LED clearance lights as well. To the sides we have chromed out side view mirrors with the aerodynamic design of our side view mirror holders. So we have a aerodynamic hood here, which there isn't that many differences between the design of this hood and the 23 model. Chrome hood mirrors here. We have hood vents here on the side with chrome trim. Next we have the newly designed LED headlights with the LED daylight running lights as well as LED turn signals. And the premium trim models, they also have a more elegantly designed LED daylight running light as well, but we don't see that on this model. Furthermore, we have our chromed out fog lights here, which are also LED, more chrome elements on our front bumper, as well as a very elegant and huge front grille with the Volvo emblem right here dead in the center. Looking at it from the side, we can see why this is Volvo's flagship model. I mean, just look at the size of the sleeper. It's got a 77-inch sleeper, which not only provides the ultimate driver comfort, but is also the most comfortable model that Volvo offers. Now, starting off with our top, we have a big window for our top bunk. Below that, we have an even bigger window for our bottom bunk. Moving towards the front here, we have our VNL 860 emblem on our driver's side door. We have chrome elements all over the entire truck, which give it a little bit of more of a elegant style. One thing that I like with Volvos is how simple they make things, to access. Starting with our driver step fairing here, obviously you have chrome elements and the Globetrotter XL written right here, but this is also where Volvo's batteries are. And if you want to access the batteries, Volvo have made it really simple where they haven't changed that from the older models. You have the same two handles right here that you twist, and you can open up the side fairing like that and have access to your batteries if you want to change them or jumpstart your truck. This also gives you access to your diff tank fuel right there in case you need access to that. Who knows? Now if you want to close it, all you do is you lift it back in place. You may have to lift it a little bit to get the pins aligned with the holes. Twist the handles again, and that is not moving anywhere. Simple. Next, we have our DEF fuel tank access door right here, which is magnetized, and you just pull, in order to open, and you just leave it like that and it closes by itself. On the side, we have chromed out marker lights here. As you see, we have an LED turn signal right here. This fuel tank fairing here does not open, which is a little bit of a bummer because it would have been cool if you could open up, the entire side here. But next we have a little bit of a storage compartment right here below our sleeper, and you get access to that through the driver's side here. You have a little wire with a ring. You pull on that. It unlocks the door. You may have to reach out like that, and this gives you access to a little bit of a storage right below your bunker. And the cool thing is it actually goes through to the other side, so that if you want, you can put even longer items here in the back and access them from both sides, which is pretty cool. Close it, you simply push to close. Simple as that. Next, we have our wind deflector fairings here in the back, which make the cabin look even bigger than what it is. But we also have the rubberized wind deflectors here in the back as well, which help guide the air around it and improve the aerodynamics and the fuel efficiency of the flagship model here. In the back here, we have disc brakes in our drives, and we also have disc brakes in our steer axle. Moving on to the back side of it, you still get your LED work lights here with our 3-in-1 cable assembly right here. One thing that you don't see is your exhaust pipe, and that's because we have a huge exhaust pipe right underneath the cabin right here. You still get easy access with your steps here with a catwalk that spans through the entire width of the truck. You also get chromed out mud flaps here in the back, LED brake lights with an LED reverse light, which brings us, to the passenger side. On the passenger side, there aren't many differences when it comes to the driver's side, compared to the driver's side. You also get some steps here to the catwalk to the back of the truck as well. You also get a storage door, a panel door here for a little bit of extra storage. And just like on the other side, you can access that by opening up this side, pulling on the string here to the side, which will unlatch it, and now you have access to the storage, a little bit of extra room. And like I said before, it goes through and through, so you can reach also items that are on the other side as well, if you can reach them. We have LED marker lights here and on the sides as well with the chrome trim, and you also have this side step fairing here for the passenger, obviously, with Globetrotter XL written on it. And you can also open up this panel as well, but you cannot open up the bigger panel, the bigger fairing here that covers the fuel tank. You open this one up in the same manner that you did on the driver's side. You simply twist and turn on the handles, you lift a little bit, and now you have access to your DPF system, which is on this side. If you want to close it, all you do is you lift it back in place. You may need to lift it a little bit and turn the handles, which lock it back, and this is not moving anywhere. But now let's pop the hood so that we can see what exactly we're working with. Your latch is right below the steering column right here, and all you do is you pull on it, which unlocks the hood, and now you can go and pop it open. And you pop it open simply by slowly lifting it up like that. And always be careful with strong winds, because that can prop the hood suddenly and either break it or get you hurt. Underneath the hood, we have a Volvo 12.8 liter D13 TC engine that, combined with the 12-speed automatic transmission, puts out 455 horsepower or 1,850 pound-feet of torque. And on the passenger side, you still get easy access to your engine filter, to your coolant reservoir, which you can refill if you need to. Let's close up the hood and let's jump inside. To close up the hood, it's simply pushing it back in place until it latches. Now let's jump in. Hey, real quick, 99% of you are not subscribed, so I'll just ask you to hit that like and subscribe button below if you like these types of videos and enjoy our content. Now back to the video. One of the many reasons why I personally prefer Volvo trucks over any other type of truck, which is why I also used to drive a Volvo, a 2007 Volvo for that matter, is the driver comfort that they offer, not only in the newer trucks, but also in the older models. Overall, Volvo's driver experience is superior over other trucks, if you ask me. Let's start with our front dashboard. This is also a similar look that you will see in the 25 model of the old style Volvo Globetrotter XL. Volvo have a very simplistic and very efficient approach to designing the dashboard. You have an electronic as well as analog gauges. They have clustered pretty much all the gauges that you constantly need as analog gauges, and then you have additional, in the menu here inside the electronic screen. You get a very nice and comfortable steering wheel. This particular model has also this very nice orange stitching right here, as you can see. We get buttons on our steering wheel to control some of the menu of our dashboard, as well as some of the other infotainment system convenience features that this model offers. Moving on, we have our city horn, and we also have our highway horn. Now, what I particularly like about Volvos is they have divided the dashboard in such a way that the left-hand side is basically your light control side. You have your daylight running lights. This is where you can control your work light in the back. This is where you can perform light check, and you can also turn on and off your marker lights that are on the side fairings, which is very cool. Whereas on the right side of the dashboard, which again is tilted towards the driver so that you can have easy access to everything right in front of you is where you can find your buttons to select your fifth wheel, traction control, engage your differential locks, and so on. Right below those buttons, you can also find your trailer brake, your climate control unit, as well as your radio and your push button transmission right here. This particular model has a little bit of a storage compartment right here in the dashboard. Now, when you design your own build, you can actually have a factory built-in touchscreen display here, which has also the capabilities of Apple CarPlay, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connectivity, and all that, GPS. But in this particular model, we do not have that because it's a fleet truck after all, and it's a small storage compartment. Right on top, you get yet another rubberized storage compartment. And the good thing about Volvos is you get plenty of outlets. You get 2 USB outlets right here on top, a 12-volt outlet right here as well. Below the transmission, below the radio here, you get 2 more 12-volt outlets, additional storage right here, as well as your removable and interchangeable cup holders right here that you can adjust according to your liking. On the passenger side, there's not much going on. You got your vents, you got the same seat that you have in the driver's side, and that's pretty much it. Speaking of the seats are in this model very comfortable. I believe you can also build out and select your own seat. This particular seat has a 4-way power lumbar, and I believe it's also heated, but I cannot figure out for the life of me how to control the heat. Now, obviously you get, up and down movements, adjustments, forward, backward. And in addition to that, you also get hydraulic adjustment of the steering wheel column in several different ways where you can tilt it, partially push it so you can tilt it forward and backward, or fully push it so you can, adjust it fully for pretty much any size driver. Moving to our door panel, we have electronic door locking with automatic door locking, when you start moving. We have electronic side view mirrors, which are also heated, and we have electronic window controls on both driver and the passenger side. Right above it, we have a blue light, high and low. We have a red light, high and low, and we also have a regular LED, white light, reading light, which is only one strength. But you also have a larger light here for if you need a stronger light. The same thing you also have on the passenger side, the same lighting setup. So now let's talk about the storage that you get in the VNL 860. Starting with the passenger side, you have a door with a simple latch that opens up like that. You have 2 shelves here with a deep storage compartment that you can put pretty much anything you want. Next, we have a netting here with even more storage. This is the Volvo owner's manual for the truck. You have even more storage right here, more storage right here with this netting, and yet another door storage compartment with the same layout that we have in the passenger side, with a shelf and some deeper compartments. Next, right below that, above the driver, you get even more storage, which basically everybody uses to put the bill of ladings or any type of documents. You get a 12-volt outlet right here with the possibility of even more buttons here if you want to install. A CB radio hook here if you want. You also get a CB radio placeholder right here, which you place it and then you can secure it just like that. Next, we have a smaller compartment here secured with some netting, as well as a similar netting compartment here for the passenger. And we also have this cover, which is for our sunroof window right here, so that you can cover it up if you don't want any extra daylight coming through, which is very convenient. And in addition to that, you also get these very nice and blackout privacy covers for, whenever you're sleeping during the day, you can actually pull this and have it pitch dark in the back. So that concludes the front part of the truck. Now let's dive deeper into the back part, which I'm sure all of you have been waiting for. Starting off with the driver's side of the sleeper compartment, we have this huge column here that offers a lot of storage possibilities. Starting here from the top, if you put your hands inside like that, you can open up both doors so you can have a huge access to this top storage compartment right here for clothing, food, whatever you want. You can close it first by closing the small and then the big side. Right below that, you have a huge opening here that you can, pretty much put whatever you want, with a 12-volt outlet on the inside here as well. I just noticed that they give you kind of like a cover like that. I'm assuming even if you put something, you can put this on top, so to make it look nice. Otherwise, I don't know what else you would use that for. But moving downward, we have a drawer, fairly sized and deep storage drawer right here. Right below that, yet another drawer with another, deep and nice felt inside material. And right below that, you have a huge fridge for those of you that stay on the road longer. You even have a freezer in the top compartment right here, and a lot of storage space for for all types of food. If you have issues with the fridge door opening while you're driving, Volvo have thought of that, and they actually put a little pin here to the side that you can slide in to kind of lock the door so that it won't accidentally open while you're driving. Moving on to the passenger side, you get the same storage compartment right here on the top with the two doors. Right below that, you have another huge opening where you can put your microwave, because you have a strap here that you can secure your microwave, and you also have a 12-volt outlet right there in the corner as well. Not only that, but you also get a TV mount on this side as well, and the TV mount comes with a couple safety features. You have the safety pin so that you don't have the TV swing out when you're driving, leave it like that, and it locks into place. Right below that, we have a huge closet for for your clothes. You can either build it out with shelves, or you can just hang your clothes just like that with hangers. Everybody's got a different style, a different approach to it, but you got plenty of storage space when it comes for your clothes. And not only that, also for your shoes. Right below the closet storage space, you also get some additional shoe space right underneath there if you want to place shoes, or you can place whatever you want for that matter. If you're driving the truck, you decide what you want to put and where you want to put it. Now moving on to our actual sleeper compartment here in the back. The sleeper part of the Globetrotter XL, the VNL 860 flagship Volvo, is the biggest that Volvo offer, and righteously so. As you see, there's plenty of room for not only one driver, but even two drivers that are staying on the road for longer periods of time. You got a top bunk and a bottom bunk. Now, the top bunk is attached to the sides, and if you want to put it down, all you got to do is pull on this strap, which will slowly put the bed down. And if you want to easier access the top, you have a ladder here attached with some Velcro to the side that you can simply put down. There is a latch for the ladder. You latch it, and now this is not going anywhere. I don't think I've seen it on the previous models, but on this model for sure, Volvo put like a rubber around the latch here so that it won't easily disengage from the bed, which is, I guess, another safety feature that Volvo have implemented in their truck. The top bunk is fairly straightforward. You got some more storage compartments right there with some netting to prevent it from falling. You also have a safety net right there on the top, as you can see. You also get access to LED lights there in the top in case you want to do some reading. Your speakers obviously in the corner, and you also get a cup holder on the driver's side of the top bed bunk. Now, if you want to put up the top bed, all you do is you unlatch the ladder from here so that you can put it back in place. Secure it with the Velcro so that it doesn't open up, and you simply push the top bed until you hear a latching noise. The bottom bed is, again, it has 4 separate compartments, and the reason for that is, as you might know, is that you can turn the bottom bed into a dining table with 2 seats, 2 sofa seats on the sides. And let me show you how it's done. And now you have access to the table, which you simply lift in place, and now you have a dining table. So if you have the top bed down, if you're driving by yourself, you can sit down, have it as a workstation, as a eating station. You get 2 cup holders here, and it's a fairly sized dining table. In addition to that, you also get even extra storage right here in the above head compartment of the bottom bunk. You also get a huge light here in the back. Even more reading lights here, as well as the same lights that we have in the driver and the passenger side. You get the blue high and low beam and the regular white reading light, which is very convenient. But if you want to sleep in the bottom bunk and, you know, have the top bunk raised because this might feel a little bit claustrophobic for you, no problem. You can simply lift this up in place until it latches, and with a little bit of rearranging the cushions here, you can transform this into a bed. And now again you have a bed to sleep on. And the cool thing about that is you get a cup holder on this side and on this side, which is very convenient. And last but not least, on the driver's side, you also have a control panel where you can control not only the radio, you know, turn it on and off, change the channel or whatnot, but you also can control the climate. You have 2 power outlets, 12-volt power outlets, and you can control the climate, like I said, when the truck is on and off. How can you have access to the space below the, you know, the sleeper, since we have such a huge space below our sleeper that you can access from both sides from the outside? Well, you can access it from the inside as well. All you got to do is, again, rearrange some cushions. Now, if you want to access the side from the driver's side, you can put those cushions to the side like that. And this gives you access to a hidden trapdoor right here that you can simply lift. And now you have access to the storage compartment on the driver's side. Similarly, you can do the same thing on the passenger side. This also gives you easier access to the storage that is on the side of the bed. And you can simply raise this trapdoor, and now you have access to the storage compartment underneath the bed on the passenger side. Simple. And that concludes our video for today. Make sure that you hit the like, share, subscribe button down below if you don't want to miss any future video updates. Let us know down in the comments what you think of the 24 Globetrotter XL and whether or not you think it's worthy to be called the 25 Globetrotter XL.